Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to do a little recap and review of probably the best WWE pay-per-view easily in the past 5 years for me. At least that's my opinion. But the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. What a fucking show. You know, you had the CM Punk angle going in. You have the two sorry, my allergies are bothering me pretty bad today. But you also had the two Money in the Bank ladder matches, you know, for the guaranteed title shots. And you had Christian, my man, finally, you know, we'll get there. But you know, match started off, or the night started off with the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match, and your winner, fucking Daniel Bryan. How fucking awesome is that shit? I thought him, I kept telling everybody, you know, the two people that have no chance to win this match are Heath Slater and Daniel Bryan, as much as I hated it. But, you know, how fucking awesome. Daniel Bryan finally getting a push, a rub, you know, a good, I mean, the only thing that would have made it better is if he cashed it in that night, you know, tonight. But still fantastic. The only thing I'm afraid of, and I'm really afraid of this, people, is that they're gonna put him in some kind of match against somebody where he puts up his the briefcase in a match against somebody and loses it that way. I definitely do not want to see that. But, you know, great for Daniel Bryan. It was great all around. I think it was probably it was a good overall ladder match. You had a couple nice spots. So you had Sakara getting stretchered out at one point. I'm trying to think of some real heavy spots from there. You know, Gabriel hit a real nice 450 and a real off the ladder on the top rope, which was real nice. You know, it was a good match. It was a good overall match. The result was great. I really thought Sheamus, you know, I even thought maybe Justin Gabriel was gonna. I had a feeling that the surprise winner would be out of this one, and it was. It was just Daniel Bryan, which is fantastic. And hopefully he just gets to hold on to it and doesn't lose it to somebody like in some bullshit fashion on SmackDown this week. Then it took us to the Divas match, and I'll be honest, I bought this pay-per-view for the first time in forever. I went and smoked a bowl, and I did not watch this match. I do know Kelly won, but I don't care about the Divas and WWE wrestling. So, yeah. And you had Big Show versus Mark Henry. Surprisingly, Mark Henry goes over clean here with a win over the Big Show, and it was a pretty dominating performance the whole match. You then set up an angle at the end where it looks like maybe the Big Show is going to be taking some time off because they had a chair, you know, after the match, after Henry won clean. Henry put Big Show's leg in a chair and did a off the top rope belly flop onto the chair, and they kind of played a broken leg for the Big Show. So this might be the way to be writing him off for a little while. Maybe this feud continues into SummerSlam. Because I'm not quite sure where they're going to go at Henry now, based on the outcome of the SmackDown Championship match. Because I really thought it was setting up for something else. But we'll get into that a little bit. But we had the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. Your winner, maybe not surprising at all, but Alberto Del Rio. I really thought Miz was maybe gonna get the nod here, especially since he's been on a kind of a losing streak. They actually took him out of the match with an apparent knee injury, and at one point you had all the wrestlers on all the ladders fighting over the briefcase at one time, which was a pretty cool spot. And I really thought the Miz was going to come down at that point and push the whole group over, and because at this point Miz got carried to the back by the officials, so I really thought he was going to come and run out, push the whole group over, and win the match. The Miz did eventually run out after everybody got knocked off, and looked like he may win it, but was cut short by, I believe, Mysterio, I want to say. But and that was it for him. And then you had a finish between Alberto Del Rio and Rey Mysterio, in which the Chicago crowd, which was fantastic all night, booing the shit out of Rey Mysterio. You had Del Rio rip off Rey Mysterio's mask, and causing Rey to jump and worry about hiding his face. The ladder actually with Del Rio fell, which I really don't think it was supposed to at the time, but Del Rio reset up the ladder, went up to the top, and got the briefcase. They then had a little thing in the back with Del Rio where he was basically saying that he was going to turn in the briefcase that night. It was a good ladder match. It had a lot of nice spots. Evan Bourne had a real nice back flip type thing off the real high ladder out onto everybody. There was a couple nice spots in the match. It was a good overall. It was probably the better. It actually probably was the better wrestling of the two ladder matches. It was probably the better of the two, but with a more predictable winner. I definitely like the outcome of the SmackDown one a lot more. But and I did like Ross, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely a Del Rio fan. I'm looking forward to him becoming the champion at some point. But so I was actually very happy with the winners of all the matches tonight. To be honest with you, it was a perfect pay-per-view for me. But that brings us to Christian versus Randy Orton. My man Christian winning the title back. Of course, he won it by Randy Orton getting disqualified. Another great match between the two. Both of them doing a couple moves that they haven't done in a long time or ever. Randy Orton actually did a pretty decent move. It looked a very simple move, but it looked pretty good. Where he held up Christian with one arm and did kind of like a backwards RKO. The end came with the stipulation was if Orton gets disqualified, then he loses the title. Well, the end came when Christian kind of cowered in the corner and told Orton to stop, and Orton walked over to him, and when he did, Christian spit, and the spit actually landed perfectly on Randy Orton's lips, and it caused Randy Orton to snap. Almost gets disqualified by punching Christian repetitively. He comes off a 4 to 5 count, but then kicks him in the crotch jungular area, and there you go, by disqualification, your new champion, Christian. After the match, Orton goes berserk. He actually gives a couple. I hate Orton, but he did give a couple good facial expressions. The Spanish announce table would not break. He gave Christian 2 RKOs, and the Spanish announce table just seemed to not want to break. But they had Teddy Long out there trying to stop Orton and stuff. So what I'm guessing is you're gonna have the payoff match of Christian and Orton at SummerSlam. Probably what I'm guessing to ensure Christian won't lose it in 5 days. I think after this beatdown that he got from Orton, they're gonna do a type of Randy Orton must stay away from Christian, can't lay a finger on Christian until their match at SummerSlam, and it might even be in a cage. I would love to see Christian get a Hell in a Cell match. I would love that. That'd be fantastic. him and Abyss used to put on some fantastic matches, and they put on a great one during the Lethal Lockdown, which was a great match. So I'd really like to see Orton and Christian maybe in a Hell in a Cell. But this actually leaves me where I really thought Mark Henry, with the way he was booked earlier in the night, I was pretty much almost certain that was setting up for a Mark Henry. Was, you know, who could stop Mark Henry? Can Randy Orton stop him from becoming, you know, the new heavyweight champion? But I'm very happy Christian won the title. I hope that he gets to hold it now for a little while, and you know, maybe him losing the title early and having this feud with Orton was a way to just build him up. So Christian is your new World Heavyweight Champion. But that brings me to the match of the night, you know, the situation where everybody wants to know. You know, it was reported before the match that supposedly Punk has re-signed for 3 years. By the end of the match, it kind of looks like he did re-sign, probably. But CM Punk did beat John Cena for the WWE Championship. It was actually a decent match. Man, it was a lot of kind of botching, and you know, during the match, it seemed like CM Punk really had to guide Cena through the match. He had to keep talking him through it, and Cena kind of just, it seems like a dead body, dead weight in the ring. It just seems like he's hard to work with for a guy like CM Punk. It was a good match, though. It was. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. You know, the end came with Vince coming down with Johnny Ace Laurinaitis and tried to do a Montreal Screwjob type ending where, you know, Cena had Punk in the STFU or whatever the hell it is now, and he was gonna try to call for the bell and have Laurinaitis just ring the bell and have the match end. Cena stops him. Runs back and tells him, not this way, you know, we're gonna settle this like men, and runs back in the ring, and Punk hits the go to sleep, and for the 3 count, your new champion, CM Punk. Vince looks devastated. He runs over to the announce table, he gets on the mic, he says, send out Del Rio, send out Del Rio. Del Rio runs down with the briefcase. CM Punk Muay Thai kicks him in the back of the head, and knocks Del Rio out before he can even cash it in, and then proceeds to lead with the belt through the crowd, stops, blows McMahon a kiss, and then runs out through the crowd, shows off with the belt a little bit, and then shows him running through the back of the arena. So it does look like CM Punk probably in all likelihood has re-signed with the WWE, but I'm still very interested in where the storyline goes. I'm sure we all are, and it's going to make for an interesting Raw tomorrow, and that's what the WWE has lacked for a while, is, you know, something different. Tonight was something different. You have Daniel Bryan winning, you have Christian winning, you have CM Punk winning. Your 2 champions of the WWE right now are Christian and CM Punk. It is an internet wrestling fans' dream right now, and Daniel Bryan just won the Money in the Bank. Do you realize that this was the best WWE pay-per-view easily in the past 5 years? Fantastic pay-per-view. I can't wait to see Raw. I can't wait to see SmackDown this week. Finally, the WWE did a pay-per-view right. Say what you want. I don't care about any of the Christian Orton match. I don't care if the ending of the Punk match seemed too out of fucking whack or whatever. You know what? Or he signed with the WWE. It's a hypocrite. All that. You know what? It made for great TV, and it's gonna bring fans, and more of the older fans are gonna be more interested in seeing program that's not run by fucking Super Cena and fucking Super Orton. So that's my video, that's my thoughts. Leave a comment. I'm out. Good paper.